Okay, let's study a little more about timing. We'll go over some of this stuff over and over again because it's very tricky. I mean, when you first begin, you don't know what things are. Now, in the beginning, you'll see there's the time signature, 4/4. Now, this means there are 4 beats in a measure. Now, if you don't know what a measure is, remember there's these lines here and these lines here. Between those two lines, that's a measure. So all the music has measures, and between those measures, different types of notes and rests, and that's what keeps you in time. Anyway, here's a 4/4 means there's 4 beats in a measure, and the quarter note gets 1 count. And it doesn't have to be like that. There can be 2 notes in a measure, and the quarter note gets 1 count, or 2/2 would mean 2 half notes in a measure. Or there could be 3 beats in a measure. The top number always tells you how many notes are in the measure, and the lower note tells you what kind of note gets 1 beat. We'll go into more of that. Alright, so let's look at different types of notes. There are 4 notes in a measure, so 4 quarter notes in a measure. Let's put 1 whole note in the first measure. And you see it takes up the whole measure. There's no rests. Takes out all the rests. Just put another in the bass. You see the whole note rests disappear. In the second measure, you have a whole note rest. That means you don't play, or rather you play a silence for 4 beats. Now the whole note is equal to 4 quarter notes. So we'll count this. Let's start. We'll count 1 measure for nothing and then start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play. 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings us to the next measure. Now in the next measure we're going to put quarter notes. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that fills up the whole measure with quarter notes. So let's count these 2 measures. Count 1 measure for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the idea? Remember, here's a rest, whole note rest. Now the whole note rest looks like a little box, a little rectangular box underneath the 4th line going up. That can be in the treble, it would be, or in the bass. And there's a, let's put, okay, let's take some of this stuff out, and we'll put half notes. Okay, and here's half note. Now a half note gets 2 quarter note beats. So we would count this like this. 1, let's count one measure for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we can also mix up the notes. So for instance, let's go back and we'll start here. And let's put half note and then 2 quarters. So we would count this 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? 1, 2, that gets 2 beats. 3, 4. And as you can see, there's always just 4 beats in every measure. 4 quarter note beats in every measure. Now let's put some other types of notes. Let's put eighth notes. Let me see. Where's the eighth notes in here? Here's your eighth notes. So we're gonna put 1. How many beats you think will come in each measure? How many notes will fit? How many eighth notes? Eighth notes twice as fast as quarter notes, or rather 2 eighth notes are equal to 1 quarter note. So we'll have 8 eighth notes in a 4 quarter note measure. So here we are. 1, and here's the way we count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In the next measure, let's put quarter notes so you see how they go together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do it in time. Count one measure for nothing. 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See how it works? Okay, we'll do a little bit more later on.